हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल बैंक निफ्टी ओनली। तो चलो, कल का एनालिसिस देखने से पहले हम हमेशा की तरह पोस्ट मार्केट एनालिसिस करेंगे। तो व्हाई इट इज़ नेसेसरी टू डू द पोस्ट मार्केट एनालिसिस, so that we figure out what right trades we have taken and to keep on practicing those trades, positive or good trades, and to avoid mistakes from negative or bad trades. Okay. So yesterday I had predicted that market could open flat or a gap down, but this thing could not happen. I think let us see. So it was a huge gap of opening around 300 points. We can say it opened close to 35,500, but as we can see, the strongest resistance was marked at this particular level. It faced the resistance and came down to this particular level, 35,400. It went on to the sideways and then it bounced back. So this was totally a different behavior from what I was expecting or what it was in my mind. So this is why I always say, do not predict the market, please follow the market and then take the trade. So based on what learnings I have given, if you can see on your chart in 15 minutes time frame, okay, this is the 15 minutes time frame, you can see at 10:45 a hammer candle was formed. So formed at this support, we can see, because you can see the bank nifty was taking the support of this particular level, 35,400, and from this particular level we saw a huge upward rally, almost 200 to or 250 points rally we have seen. So based on the formation of hammer candle, and if you were having doubt, you would have waited for one more confirmation candle and then enter into the trade, you might have got a good profit. Okay, so this is how you need to keep on learning, keep on watching different time frames from. So if you are not able or if you are confused in one time frame, you may get a clear understanding on different time frames. That is why it is necessary to observe the chart on different time frames as well. Okay, so this was related to the post market analysis and small learnings how to take the trade based on candle formation. Okay, now let us see what are the levels for tomorrow, that is 14th of July. So at the bottom we have a strong support zone, that is at level 35,000. Strongest support is at 35,500. Strongest resistance level is at 36,000. Okay, and you can see I have marked this zone as a good resistance zone between 35,700 to 800. So this is exactly where the market has been pushed down or has been retracing from the same levels. Okay, so this would act as a good resistance. Even if we see today at the end of the day, market has moved down from the same level, 35,700. Okay, so this is the good resistance level. No trade zone is between 35,600 to 700. Try to avoid taking trade between this zone as soon as the market opens. Let the market open, let it show the move and then take the trade. And what I think is between this particular level, 35,500 to 700, I have written 800, but I think between this two level more market would be in the sideways, and we can see a good support zone develop at or from 35,200 to 500, of which the stronger support is from 35,300 to 500. So if you are watching my analysis or my post on TradingView clearly, then you can see the support is been shifting up and towards upper level, okay, from what we have seen in the previous post. So how will you take the trade based on the market opening? If market opens above this particular level, 35,700, let it cross 35,800 and then go for buying, then it would easily touch 36,000 levels. Okay, and we can see retracement. If the buying or the buyers are too aggressive, then we can even see the 36,000 strongest resistance level to be broken as well, and it can then retrace from this particular zone. Okay, second thing, if market gaps down, so what I mean to say gaps down, so if it gaps down by or below this particular level 35,600, then let it come down to this particular level 35,500, and when it starts reversing or moving up, we can see an upward movement or bounce back from this particular level. If in case market gaps down below this particular level 35,500, which is the support level, then we can see a quick downfall or a small sideways and then a downfall. Why? Because there is a gap up opening, and market, as I say from my experience, that market fills it gaps within the same expiry or next expiry. So not sure at least for now, but if market comes below this particular level 35,500, then we can see a sure gap filling, and then it can bounce from this support trend line. Okay, so this was it regarding the intraday level and analysis. One more thing from learning point of view I want to show is, so it would be for newcomers or those who have already the knowledge, it would be a revision for them. I think you might know that Bank Nifty consists of this particular weightage of different banks. HDFC Bank weightage is 28%, ICICI Bank is 20%, Axis Bank is 13%, Kotak Bank is, and these are the weightages. So you can see top 3 banks are HDFC, ICICI and Axis Bank. So what do you think, who was responsible for this upward movement? Let me show you this. The first bank is HDFC. So we can see what was today's 13th. Okay, so it was not a such great move, or HDFC was not a great contributor for today's move. Now you can understand the difference. Why did Bank Nifty open gap up? Why there was a huge gap up opening? Okay, so ICICI Bank opened with a huge gap up, and the Axis Bank. Okay, Axis Bank. So this is where we saw the same level, Bank Nifty opening with a huge gap up and facing the resistance at 35,000 level, coming down and bouncing back. Okay, so you can see from 11:15 Axis Bank, and same where we can see 11:15, both the banks have contributed enough for this particular huge movement. Okay, otherwise we would have seen, if they would have opened normal or something, then we would not have seen such movement. Okay, one more thing to take into consideration is, if you look at the ICICI Bank, it was a huge gap up opening and it is facing the resistance I had marked previously, this resistance level 665. So same here we can see at the end of the day it was showing a downfall, and same for the Axis Bank, it jumped up and it went through the sideways. So might be tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if this gap is filled, okay, then we can see what we can see, a downfall of Bank Nifty from the same level, or might be from 36,000 level as well. But if tomorrow Bank Nifty closes above 35,800, okay, 35,800 in the first session, then on the expiry we can see a good bounce back, what we can say, bounce back or a bullish rally as well. So let's hope and see how these two banks perform tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well. If HDFC is contributing more because it was facing its major resistance of round figure, what we can say 1500, if it bounce backs, then we can see a more upward movement of Bank Nifty as well. Okay, so I hope you like my analysis. Please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel to get the daily analysis regarding Bank Nifty. Okay, thank you.